Some Bluesky users are blasting the platform's CEO after she made a joke in response to a frequent request she gets to ban the podcaster and journalist Jesse Singal from the platform.
Now, independent reporter Benjamin Ryan explained the situation on X, writing, quote, "An army of people on Bluesky thinks Jesse Singal should be kicked off the site, but I've yet to see anyone explain why she has supposedly violated the terms of service. What is abundantly clear is that people don't like him and want him gone. This, after all, the crowding about blocking him anyway." Ryan himself went to Bluesky to post the question of the urge to suspend a signal to a user. A separate user responded to Ryan, writing, quote, "He is a notorious transphobe using his extensive platform to spread disinformation and hate. His job, and I assume also your job, is an attempt to do so in the most legitimate seeming way possible. Why should bigots be given a platform to spread their hate?"
This recent outrage all started when Jay Graber, the Bluesky CEO, responded to a post that read, "Bluesky user bursts into Waffle House. Oh, so you hate pancakes." Then Graber responded, "Too real. We're going to try to fix this. Social media doesn't have to be this way." That's when another user asked Graber if they had banned Singal yet, to which she jokingly responded, "Waffles." The reason for the backlash around Singal seems to stem from a 2018 Atlantic article titled "When Children Say They're Trans." Many on the left were not at all happy about that piece, which emphasized detransitioners more than non-detransitioners.
Now,
they said.
Now, Bluesky's head of trust and safety, Aaron Roderick, appeared to address the situation of users wanting Singal off the platform. He wrote in part, quote, "While users have a lot of passion for their spaces online, and I respect that, they often confuse their harassment for advocacy, or that has become the new norm as speech norms have degraded. Suspensions aren't about targeting a community or a viewpoint. They happen when an account breaks the rules. And we are taking a hard line against violent and threatening behavior because that's not the space we are trying to build."
So people who are unfamiliar with the story are probably like, what are you talking about? So let me just quickly break it down again. So Bluesky, alternate platform, has become very left-leaning as people have fled Twitter. Jesse Singal is one of the most hated people for users of that platform. I actually don't think I think maybe he's not active whatsoever on Bluesky. I
But
see
has
him
an account.
tweet every now and then. I check in on that site, like he's not active there. It is constantly people calling for him to be banned. Jesse Singal, who is a friend of mine or someone I like and whose research I have cited, is hated by the left, particularly people on transgender issues. He's written about it. He is not anti-transgender. He doesn't think being trans should be illegal or that people should be forbidden from transitioning. His views are in line with the established scientific consensus, or the lack thereof of consensus, that we ought to be a little bit careful before we affirmatively push transitioning stuff on children. Not saying it should be unavailable to them. I think I'm summarizing his view as it's unclear scientifically whether they benefit from this kind of thing, and there should be further research, and it should be not banned, but it also, too much of it is being pushed on them, is kind of a summary of his totality of views. Even that mild statement, which I completely agree with, is too much for radical activists on this issue, so they hate him and say, they'll tweet things like, they tweet actually incredibly violent things about him, like he should be killed, and the kind of things that Jay Jones says about his colleagues, that Jesse Singal should get 2 bullets to the head if you're in a room with, Hitler and Stalin or whatever. So there has been calls for the CEO of Bluesky, Jay Graber, to ban him. I've met her, Jay. I found her to be really interesting individual. I think she is, I'm not speaking for her, but I got the sense that she wants Bluesky to be a place more like Twitter, or Twitter in the golden era, that was a platform for all, not an iconoclastic lefty enclave where everyone is furiously angry at any normal person at all times. So I think she's annoyed with the users who want her to do this kind of thing, which is where the Waffles response came from. That even the CEO of Bluesky, even if its founder and creator, thinks the user base is just like way too detached from reality. So that's what's going on.
I think that...
Start a monologue.
No, I appreciated that because I was one of the people with the audience that was like,
what
am I reading? So if I read it wrong, excuse me. But now that I fully understand. So to me, when Elon Musk took over X, it did become a safe haven for conservative people, and all the ideas of let's ban nobody, let's put all this rhetoric online, hate speech is allowed, it's not illegal. Okay, fine. A lot of stuff that people were policing prior, which I thought created a more pleasant atmosphere.
Right.
And so, to me, when I heard of Blue Sky and Truth Social is even worse in my perspective than X or Twitter, because it's just like anything goes. Trump
Truth
run.
Social is just
It's
Trump
supposed to be Trump land. And so Blue Sky is a different response to both of those. That, to me, if it was Twitter in its heyday, then it would allow for the things that were happening during Twitter in its heyday, which is like getting people off the app, or when it banned Trump. So then, if Blue Sky wants to lean into that audience that's looking for the old Twitter, well, then it would ban accounts that, and not that I don't want everybody to get banned, but if people on your platform that are supporting keeping the lights on are like, oh, we don't want this guy, well, it's not nonpartisan. I hear every day, and I'm not on Blue Sky, that everybody over there is just extremely liberal. So, like, why not just call it what it is? It's just the liberal Twitter.
I just think it's
what's the issue?
But I think
lean into who's paying you.
Sure, I just think the framing is funny because Blue Sky, is described as right. Twitter is, X is too right wing, and hey, there's just all this hate there, and the kinder, gentler, nicer, safer.
That's what I thought it was. A nicer.
And over there, they're like, behead Jesse Singal in front of his family. I will wear his skin. I will flay him.
I'm not on Blue Sky, so I can't verify behead. Like that seems extreme.
Every now and then I get to know the things they say. It's nowhere near the level of things they say about Jesse Singal, and also complaining about things people say about you is lame anyway. I don't care. But every now and then, like, I'll get a Google notification and I'll check what people are saying about me over there, and it's just deeply unhinged. It's not particularly violent, or if it's just a total fundamental misreading of my work. Like, they try to call me on hypocrisies. They're like, when will Robbie condemn, the crackdowns on pro-Palestinian students' free speech? I'm like, I write about that all the time. I complain about that all the time. Trying to get me on some, they don't understand me at all. It's, which is their right. I don't care.
So if we go with the thought process that, what Twitter in its heyday was this nice place where people used to get banned, and all the policed a little bit more speech was happening there, and it was a pleasant place that it used to be, and Blue Sky is going to be that.
So says you.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I think that Twitter X is very aggressive now, and negative and condescending and rude and death threaty and all that kind of stuff. I see, come on. It's negative over there, but also free speech is a lot of the speech. It's covered.
It's less negative toward me because all the crazy social
Well, that's one experience, but I'm saying
exile mob people all left the platform.
No, it's still mobby over there. Be honest, Robbie.
Well,
X is a little bit. It's violent. It's over the top. It's negative.
People of a liberal disposition
have a different
maybe
experience.
Are more likely to be mobbed on X now, and I think that's unfortunate. People of a conservative disposition.
So why does the Blue Sky have to be the good guy that makes it equal for everybody? Just do the same thing that Republicans have done. Is find somebody that aligns with you. Like, if the Blue Sky owner aligns with Democrats, I don't know if they do. But the same way Elon Musk aligns with President Trump, create a space that would work for.
Does not want it to be a place for just. Because that's not a profitable business model. If your business model is I've discovered this from our own show and some of the audience we've had in the past, trying to make the left happy is a losing business strategy, I've concluded, in all cases, because these people are never happy with anything. Oh, they're shutting the lights off on us now.
That's an interesting statement, because it seems like the right's never happy. You're running Congress. Well, you got a president in office. You ripped out DEI. You did everything, and everybody's still mad. You're mad that people have a question about Epstein.
I say we haven't even begun to get what we want.
No, whoa. What else were you looking for? What else are you looking for?
The FBI and FISA and the Patriot Act and shutter the education.
I didn't realize that was such a passionate topic for you until earlier.
I have not, the IRS, there are so many government agents. The government is still standing.
It'll be a free-for-all.
We have not succeeded our mission.
And there'll be no order. There'll be no law and order, because there'll be no checks and balances. According to you, you just want,
we'll have police.
You want a dictator. You want President Trump to just wave the wand and make some decisions, and that's how it goes.
I want Congress to vote to shut down wholesale agencies. That's what I want. We'll see if we get it. Probably not.
That's probably not going to happen, Robbie. You got to let it go.
Next up, we're going to talk about something that is utterly baffling to me, and I don't understand it in the least bit. So, great subject for up next. A latest TikTok trend that some teachers are upset about. We're going to try to not sound like old.
I'm going to try.
Describe the 6-7 thing. We're confused about it. Maybe you know something about it. Don't go anywhere. Up next.